What's up, everybody? The Big Brother 27 premiere just went down a bit ago. I'm going to be doing a bunch of lives tonight, starting with Big Brother. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet because usually I just like to talk about the live feeds. These episodes don't do much for me. And I enjoyed the cast in this premiere. But Big Brother premiere is watching all these competitions. That doesn't do it for me. There's not a whole lot to analyze when there's a bunch of competitions. So I could kind of just only analyze what little edits we've seen of everybody and the twists. We're going to start with the twist, and then I'm going to give my short little analysis of my first impressions, well, my second impressions after this premiere episode. The twists, there's a lot of them. I like the mystery theme, the hotel theme, all the keys. It kind of fits Big Brother and all of that. I kind of like watching Rachel Reilly because she can give drama. She's older now though, so I don't know if that's going to be the same kind of drama from her. My problem with the twist will be the fact that I don't like when it's an entire new cast versus one person, because that's literally one of the worst seasons, Big Brother 19 with Paul. If the cast is a bunch of super fans that are just going to follow the leader in Rachel, that's going to get very frustrating very quickly. Now, I don't know if Rachel's going to have as much power at the beginning of the game that Paul had, but that could do a lot of bad things for the season in a cast that I like overall. Also, I just think personally that Rachel's just a very overrated winner that needed some pretty big twists to help her win her season. So that's my apprehension, but I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not going to complain yet because I can do that with the show. The twists usually piss me off, or anybody that has been watching me the past several years now. The twists usually do annoy me, but I'm giving this one a chance. The other twist, though, where there's like an accomplice that's helping the mastermind, it's giving Saboteur 2.0. I hope it's not that, because that would be bad. The Saboteur was such a failure of a twist the first time around. We don't need it a second time around. So I don't like that twist yet, but I'm also going to give that a chance. That might not even be the case. Maybe it's just, it really is someone was asked to do something, and if they did it, they can play the game. Hopefully, that is the case. Let's talk about some of my second impressions of the cast from this premiere episode. The first thing first, I was 100% correct in my assessment that something was going to happen between Zach and Lauren. 20 minutes into the episode, Zach's into Lauren. I don't know if Lauren will be into Zach, but I don't think that was a hard assessment to make with seeing those two on the cast. They both kind of screamed showmans to me, and I do think that they both will attempt to get into a showmans. Maybe not with each other, but probably. Shout out Ray Rush. Ray says you'll be back. Yeah, sorry, I'm actually in Pacific time zone too. I happened to catch a feed that worked, so I got to watch it live on the Eastern feed. But let me know in the comments when you do watch, Ray, if you enjoy the episode or not, and what your thoughts are on the cast. Now, we also have the two big guys, Keanu and Zay. They already have a bromance brewing. I liked both of them more than I thought I would. Now, will I like them in a duo? That remains to be seen, but so far, so good. I'm not going to hate on their bromance yet until I can see them on feeds actually have a discussion. Adrian was someone that I don't think I shat on him too hard in my first impressions, but he does come across as so cocky that it's hard not to. But the fact that he built a wall comp in his backyard is so extreme that I love it. I tend to sit here and hate on super fans of this show because they tend to get onto this show, and not only are they like know-it-alls, but they also tend to like overplay, and that just usually annoys me when I have to watch it on live feeds. But you know, I will give Adrian props for how big of a super fan he is. I've never seen a super fan on a show go to these extremes to study the game. So while he might be cocky, everything that he said in his pregame interviews is actually true. I don't know if anyone has entered the game having done this much studying for the game outside of the game, with at least competition wise, because it's crazy to have your own wall comp in your backyard. I love Ava. I did. I knew I was gonna like her from her interview because she's gonna be a character because of the whole Ara thing, which is crazy enough. And that could either lead to her just playing such a bad game that it's fun to watch. But like I said, she's a fellow Italian, as I sit here talking with my fucking hands all the time, that I think she could bring some drama too. I enjoy her personality. What we saw on screen so far, it's an edit. So, we'll see the feeds. Like I'm sitting here talking about liking these people, but the feeds might come on and they might annoy me very quickly. But Ava so far, pretty big on it. I also liked Mickey's social game like I thought I would. It's, of course, very early and it's the first episode. But the fact that she sat in a confessional and lied that the cowboy is attractive tells me all I need to know, that Mickey is going to bullshit people to get on their good side, kiss ass to get on their good side. And I think she's going to do a good job in doing that because that's a pretty big lie, I hope. Because after sitting here watching Love Island and seeing someone obsessed with a cowboy, I don't need Mickey to actually be obsessed with the cowboy. That's a showman's. I want nothing, no part of that. Also, there's rumors about the cowboy whose name I don't even remember. Reilly, I want to say. Outside of the show, I don't like to speak on rumors, but apparently he has someone about to have a baby, and she's upset that he left to go on a show. If those rumors are true, who knows? But it's messy already with the cowboy. I hated I don't even remember her name. Amy, I want to say. Yeah, she's very loud and obnoxious. She is somebody on feeds I'm expecting to be my least favorite. I thought it would be the country girl. I don't know her name yet. Give me a week. Give me a week of feeds to learn these names. I don't know her name yet, but she was actually down to earth. The farmer chick, she was very down to earth. I thought she would be the one to annoy me, but no, it was Amy. She's obnoxious. And I felt like they had the whole mastermind person in a mask when they could have just used Amy to be Jigsaw and do all these voiceovers herself. She should have been hired for that, not to be on the cast, I fear. We got a lot of Zach and Adrian. Zach actually stood out the most to me. He's a highly competitive person, and I felt like he wanted to be HOH, but then when Jimmy won the thing where he could pick the 4 people to play an HOH, Zach did not want any part of that. Zach won the first challenge, won 10K, which in a game where there's all these people that actually need the money for once, I wonder if they will use that against Zach, that he already won 10K. He could be an easy person to get out. What up, Kika Rojas? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. You ended up liking Ava way more than expected. I felt I was going to like her, and I too like her more than I expected. I think she's going to give us like GIFs with the expressions on her face all the time. And I want her Italian temper to come out at some point. That's the biggest thing I want from Ava. Back to Zach and Jimmy, though. They stood out the most in the episode other than Vince, I guess, because he won HOH. Jimmy is someone I think I will also like. He is someone who is, I think, already willing to get a little messy. I don't know how I feel about him holding court already like he was HOH just to pick 4 people to play in the HOH. But I guess he did have to find people that actually wanted to play because it seemed like so many people actually did not want to play. He ended up choosing Adrian, Ashley, and Vince. A lot of them said they would throw him the HOH if they wanted him to. Ashley did not want to win HOH. Vince said he would throw it if Jimmy wanted to, but did it actually end up throwing it and won? Vince is someone I'm on the fence about. He's very good at confessionals, which makes me think he's unemployed because he's tried to be on TV a lot. He lives out here in California. I'm not going to hold that against him, but it's giving very rehearsed to me, which is something I don't love watching on reality TV. As for him winning HOH, I think he's realizing that he wanted to win HOH, but now he has to nominate 3 people. 2 of them could come off, and they might be against him because of that. There's a lot of blood on the hands because of the AI arena like twist coming back this season. So I'll see more about Vince when I see his decision-making skills when it comes to actually nominating people. And yeah, I mean, those are pretty much the only impressions I got so far. It's just the first episode. I'll have way more come Monday after we get the first night of feeds come Sunday. I want to say that since Rachel's back, I'm really pulling for Jimmy to be like Reagan from, I believe, season 12. I think so. I want Reagan and Rachel 2.0. I need that kind of drama from this season. If Rachel's going to be on the season, someone that is best for drama, not for gameplay, I want the drama. That's what I will need from this newest Rachel season. That's the best I could ask for in a twist that I might end up hating, because when it's usually one vet versus the whole cast, the production favors the vet. So, yeah. Michael says, I couldn't catch anything after Rachel showed up. Did anything important happen after that? Well, they revealed that there's an accomplice that's helping the mastermind who turned off the lights. And if the cast correctly votes who that is, then that person's eliminated. But if they don't, then they get to enter the game. Hopefully that's all it is. And it's not, like I said earlier, a Saboteur 2.0, because that would be bad. Anyway, I got to go because I got to do lives on at least one other show tonight. So it's hard right now until Love Island ends.